Sorry, my hair looks worse than crap right now. It's raining like a motherfucker in the NYC right now. So, let me lower the music a little. Anyway, so I'm doing an album review. It is of my classic album review series. It's been requested by an account called Mr. Stubenhocker. He's been requesting this for a while, and I keep saying I'm gonna do it, but I've never gotten around to doing it, so now I'm gonna do it. It's a review of Muse's Origin of Symmetry. This album to me is definitely Muse's best album. It takes everything good about Muse and adds about another 3 layers on top of it. You know, I'm a huge fan of Muse. If it wasn't for Queens of the Stone Age, they'd be my favorite band in the world. But ultimately, besides this album, all their other albums have some sort of downfall. Showbiz is too much of a wannabe Radiohead album with a lot of filler. Absolution is too predictable. Black Holes and Revelations is too glossy. And at times, The Resistance is a little too bombastic. I know, I love The Resistance. Check out my review of that, by the way. But at times it can be a little too over the top. This album is nearly perfect, I have to say. When you expect it to go right, it goes left, and vice versa. I mean, this is probably the most piano-heavy album of theirs, although they do utilize the piano a lot. But it never stays predictable. After the first 3 songs with a piano, maybe you're expecting another tense piano riff. But no, then it goes into the song Hyper Music, which is like this punky, strangely eclectic. I don't know if eclectic is the right word to use, but it's this punky guitar-driven song. So it totally changes it up, and then there's, you know, the Strokes-like riff of Plug-In Baby, which was one of the catchiest songs on the album. Like I said before, with the tense piano riffs, I feel like this album is the tensest of their albums. Whereas other albums that use bombast to get their point across, and this album is certainly bombastic, they like to bring up the tension here a little more. The piano riffs are very dark. Matt Bellamy's singing is very dark. There's a lot of tense piano riffs, as I said. There are long songs on here that go into these swirly synths near the end. Very good stuff. Quite possibly my favorite song on this album is actually a cover. It's called Feeling Good. It's a cover of an Anthony Newley and Leslie Bricusse song from the 1965 musical The Roar of the Grease Paint, The Smell of the Crowd. And Matt Bellamy actually said that he decided to put it on the album because the Nina Simone version of the song was one of his mother's favorites, so he wanted to do a version of it, and I think it's absolutely genius. That is literally probably my favorite Muse song of all time, but everything on here is pretty much awesome. I love how dark this is compared to their other albums, and it's glossy sounding, but Muse albums are always glossy sounding. It's not too glossy like Black Holes and Revelations, though. Here's some of the artwork in here. I think the artwork is awesome, you know, like it has the lyrics on one side, and then it shows you the artist here, because I think they, like any of these could have been the cover for Origin of Symmetry is the title. So yeah, definitely some interesting artwork here. Yes, this review kind of sucked, but hopefully it will please Mr. Stubenhocker, and hopefully it will please you. This album certainly pleases me. Go out and buy it. It's